Good day to you friends and followers, my name is Ardric and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. In this episode we're going to begin the Grand Archives, and we're going to go ahead and try to get through this area in one episode, but I'm not entirely sure if we're going to be doing that. We may end up making it into part of the episode here and then bailing over to the second part. I'm not sure yet. I'm really not entirely certain how long it's going to take me to get through this portion first. So we'll see when we get there and how we get there and blah blah blah. Should be another one over here. Yep. Now the Grand Archives and we don't really get along too well either, because every time I've come here I've kind of sped through it. I've not particularly taken my time to explore properly, and I miss something every time that I actually need to check on. So let me go and take... Ooh, a lizard I forgot about. Also, for those that could just be joining, maybe you're looking to find out about Orbeck, or you're wanting to see a Grand Archives area, you know, some kind of explanation or anything like that, I want to go ahead and throw another disclaimer out there that this is not actually a walkthrough, that this is more of a an informational piece on the NPCs and the summons and all that happy fun stuff. And so in turn, you know, I'm not trying to show you where every little nook and cranny and secret's at, but instead I'm trying to show you what you need to do in order to get all of the NPC lines out of the way, because you do need to clear out a few of the NPC lines in order to get certain items, things like that. So just something to keep in mind. So at any rate, we're going to dunk our head here in this, and we're going to move on. I have a feeling that we're going to be able to get through most of this with very little effort. I'm pretty sure that it won't be super strenuous to get through it. Boink. There we go. Soul of the Seasoned Warrior. I got lucky with the Dancer being one fight, and let's see, Yorm was, I think, just one attempt, and there was another one that surprised me too. Champion Gundyr being one fight, but the Swordmaster really did make that fight a whole lot easier. It's one of those ones where the summon actually helps you out a lot, whereas Lothric and Lorian, yeah, that fight I don't think is made any easier by the summons, and when we get there you'll see why. If you haven't fought Lothric and Lorian yet, then you'll understand when you get there. If you have fought Lothric and Lorian, then the only thing I can tell you is the NPCs are not smart enough to do what they need to do, and it just ends up bad for them. Alright, so there's that. Crystal Sage is making himself known. Homeward Bones, I think? Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself on up here. Should have buffed before coming up here, but that's alright. Ow. Because that hurt. How did I not hit you? I'm gonna go ahead and heal up. There we go. Oh! Good dodge in there, so there. Alright. Ow. Tanked it in the face like a boss. Hit you. Twice. Okay. I gotta remember, it's around here somewhere is the area that I had initially missed that I didn't want to miss. And so, two of them or just one? I believe there's two, but not anymore. I can drop down and get Avalon, but I'm not going to take the time to do that right now, actually. Instead, I'm going to go up here, try to clear out these thralls. Oh, I'm out of stamina, which does not help. Let's go ahead and back off a moment. Really? Really? Don't you get a plunging attack on me? Okay. Okay. So, it's around here somewhere that I believe I missed what I was looking for last time. Is it this one? It is this one. There's an Outrider Knight. And this guy's probably gonna wreck me, so let's try to make this a quick battle. Hopefully in my favor. Can I just run toward him and get a good hit in on him? That's a good one. Oh, I thought I evaded that attack altogether for a second. Oh. Whoa. No point in having that shield up. One more. Alright, cool. Outrider armor. The main thing I overlooked was this over here. Soulstream. Which is the last sorcery I needed for Master of Sorceries, so... It was a little aggravated when I found out I missed that, actually. Okay, so now... Let's see. There's our friend down there. I don't believe there's else... something I need to... Ooh. I think I need to kick that down, but... No. I don't know what that is. Ow. Eh, let's go find out. I legit don't remember what it is, so... Oh, Shriving Stone. Completely unnecessary is what it is. Oh, I'm down here with him now. Okay. Okay. There we go. And dead. Excellent. Very important that you kill this guy, of course, rather than just trying to run away from him. I don't think anybody's going to take the time to run away from him, but he gives you this scroll, which is extremely important to everything going on here. I believe there's a lever right here too, which opens up this area here, and this item right here, which is a Scholar Ring, and this item here, which is a Titanite chunk. Oh, hi. Gonna redunk my head. Not entirely sure why I'm gonna redunk my head, but I am. I'm not going to mess with that knight because I don't need to mess with him. That Scholar Ring back there, important not to miss that lever just because you need that ring in order to get the trophy or achievement or whatever it is that you are playing on. In order to get the one for the rings, you need to have all rings, obviously. And that's an easily overlooked one. You have to ride this shortcut down in order to open this door that I keep forgetting is on a lever. Now, before we proceed through here, as much as I hate to reset the area, we're not at a point where it's overly detrimental. So, that being said, we're going to take a quick trip back to the shrine, because this is the fourth and final scroll that's going to be needed for Orbeck. So, now it's time to put it to good use. We're gonna make our way to Orbeck.
Back again, I see. Perfect timing, too. I'm in need of a diversion. Unfathomable. This is a crystal sorcery. Created by the Pale Dragon. Thought only to exist in legend. I am ever grateful to you. This is truly sublime. I am afraid this is a debt I cannot repay. Only, I will be sure to unravel it for you. Just a moment.
That's going to unlock the final couple of sorceries you're going to be able to get here, which is Homing Crystal Soul Mass, Crystal Soul Spear, and really cool Crystal Magic Weapon, which is a great alternative to using Lightning Weapon or Darkmoon Blade if you're wanting to use the Intelligence build with it. And in turn, that's every single sorcery he has to teach. Very important you learn all of his sorceries before you go to Lothric and Lorian.
In Vinheim, I was an assassin, A sorcerer only in name. A killer for hire. What a fool I was, thinking one day I would learn real sorceries. When I became undead, I was exiled from the school. But here I am, now, exploring the depths of sorcery. All thanks to you, I might add. You are no ordinary man. All these sorceries, and you've mastered every one. If this were the Dragon School, you'd be, well, overtly despised and banished from the place. Well, I suppose it's time I packed my bags. I would hate to see our agreement end sourly. Better left, tucked away, as a pleasant memory. You are no ordinary.
If this repeats himself,
I would hate better left, tucked away, as a pleasant memory.
Yeah, just want to make sure.
Promise to stay safe. It's been nice running our own little school.
Now, he decides he's going to go do his own bit of research from here. So he kind of takes the Logan approach, I guess you would say. He kind of takes that mentality of, I'm going to go learn more, I'm going to try to do more, because you just sort of picked everything up, and once he had learned it, you likewise learned it. And so he figures, well, there must be more out there then, and since this came from the archives, I'm going to go check out the archives. And so, again, everything kind of centers around the archives with him, which seems to be the central location for just about every Sorc you come into contact with. So, again, if you don't do that now, then the next time you come around to the bonfire, it's a good idea to go ahead and get that done. Just gonna run past these guys. Need to make sure that this is here. I've made so many trips over here and just accidentally rolled right off the edge or jumped off the edge or whatever. Really? That's a thing, huh? Back up, please. I just don't want to make a mistake. There we go. You can see my elevator skills need a little bit of work, but, you know, yeah, I do alright. Okay, so here I'm just gonna bypass this, grab these. I'm not gonna overly concern myself with these guys, as what they have is not really of great importance to me. Up here, I believe there's actually a, yep, there's a lizard right here. Just want to avoid the cursing. Well, I'm not gonna I'll probably die at some point and have to come back, so he'll be there. But there's a lizard if you want it. Just note that it is there. Alright, next thing's next. We're gonna go out here. I'm not gonna bother with the other gargoyle right now. Nothing on the rooftop has any implications or ramifications on what you're doing, so really, from here out, you're just kind of... Whoa. You are just kind of playing the game, you know, normally without running across anything that's going to have a bearing on any of your NPCs or your final... Oh, that's a critical. Or on your final playthrough or whatnot. So just a heads up on that. Soul of an old hand. Alright, there's going to be a couple of crystal lizards here I need to try to wipe out. That one didn't even move, which just made my life a lot easier. Oh. Come on, get off my screen. I hate the fire ones. These guys hit like trucks. Here it comes. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Not so much of a pain right now, apparently. There we are. Alright. Next. Up here. Nothing here, which would be cool if there was a little illusionary wall right here. Maybe like a DLC thing for that. I could see that being part of the archives. Some kind of little hidden area thrown away over in there. Alright, let's see if I can handle these guys. Coming, or how's that working out? Kinda hoping, yeah, that's how that's gonna work. We actually got lucky one time when we were doing a co-op play. Came flying over like that and we knocked him right off the edge. Oh, that was a critical. Wasn't sure if I had staggered him, if he was just being weird. I guess I staggered him. Next one. Right there. Okay, apparently this roof is sloped just enough to allow me to avoid getting hit by that thing. And also I can kind of phase down into it. And that fell out of his butt. I saw that fall out of his butt. I don't believe there's anything on these rooftops. This one. I'm afraid to see if there's any rings I might have overlooked as well. But I do believe the only ring that I would be missing, I think the flesh bite, but I think that's in New Game Plus Plus, so I'm not going to worry too much about rings until that, if I go that route. Oh, hi. Boink. Could you, there we go. Undead Bone Shard. Gonna go kick a ladder. And boink. Yeah. Shortcut in case death happens. I don't even want that. Alright. Gonna top off just in case, because things can go awry. And that would not be fun. Buff up. And again. Just because I'm going to be using my shield anyway. Now, I think I can get two of them to follow me. But the interesting thing here is, this is actually pretty cool, is this Ferrum Knight that's going to chase you to the ends of the earth here is our old friend from the High Wall. This is going to hurt. Oh no, not really. This being Albert, who helped us kill Fort. Which I thought was kind of cool. I didn't realize that at first. Whoa, I did not realize I pulled all of them. I have to admit, the first time I came through, I was just like, that guy looks cool. And then upon further inspection of the drops, I was like, ooh, this is our old buddy. Don't want to get too far that way, because we've got two guys over there. Need to try to keep him from healing up as much as possible as well. There we go. Top off, because these guys are a pain in the arse. Oop. Golden Wing Crush Shield. I did not want to get both of these at the same time, because they are a pain. Thankfully the caster isn't very strong. She can't take a hit worth anything, but she does hit pretty hard if you get hit by her stuff. And she has a pretty much endless mana pool, so let's get one more swing on this guy and it's over. Really? There we go. Whoop. I got a little lucky there, eh? Grab the Onikiri and Ubadachi. Roll. 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 There we go. And the other cool thing is when we went to the Untended Graves, what are they shooting at? I thought I saw somebody shooting. We saw the Crystal Daughter Crimheld or whatnot. Crimeheld. And that was actually her. So that was kind of cool. And now, Soul of a Great Champion. Ooh. Very cool. Make our way over here, and then this is extremely important. All the way down, please. Yep, I don't need to unlock anything, so that's good. But it works now. Back up I go. Which side do I go out? This side? Man, I never choose the right side. Yeah. Am I gonna go down? Yes. Aha. Alright, so here, like an attempt to do this. This may involve a death or two. It may require some of my awkward editing. So we'll see. One death I won't be too worried about, but multiple I might get a little agitated and aggravated by. Alright. There's our buddy. Oh, that is a new ring right there, isn't it? Or a new item anyway. Can I just run up here? Without them coming after me? I really don't want to fight them right now. What the? Hey, I saw a ring. Or an item, or whatever. You can't tell me I didn't. Token butterflies flying around over there. And it wasn't this one, I don't think, that I saw. Just in the standard hunter's ring. No, I saw a different one. And there's the... In case you need it, there's the other Estus shard down there, but since they don't have any purpose after 15, it seems a little silly to pick them up. Intriguing. There is nothing else here. Yet I could have sworn I saw an item. That was not the hunter's ring. Was it above me? Huh. That makes any sense either. Anyway. This isn't the right area. What the heck am I doing? What? My confusion is real. Up is that way, there's that. So if we go here... This makes no sense. Okay, there we are. I suppose it makes no sense because I just don't know what I'm doing. Okay, through here. A really cool bit of NPC lore here is actually this cage. Because this cage was designed to put Gertrude into, who was the one who saw the knights and the angels and whatnot, and in turn, she had the winged knights formed and all that, and so it was by her, I guess, her command and all that they be brought about. And notice all the feathers that were everywhere as well. Now they're supposed to be somewhere up here. A pillar. I hope I didn't go the wrong way. Ow. Well, not a pillar, but an area here. Somewhere that has a ring on it. And I wanted it because I believe... Oh wait, maybe below me. That's a distinct possibility as well. But I'm going to take a look around first. Ooh. Okay. Well, I'm not entirely sure, I have to admit. Okay. Well... There we are. Alrighty. I kind of have a feeling it's actually over here. Nope. Nope. Did you see a shiny over that way? Oh, I did. I think this is the ring I'm looking for right here. The Sage Ring +1. Yes. Need that for the Pyromancer. Alright, so now I'm going to take and... I hit the wrong button. We're going to go ahead and pop on over to the bonfire last rested at. Now, the one thing I was going to say that's interesting is the feathers that are in there, you can see they're just pretty much all over the place in there in the bottom. Those feathers sort of reappear at another point here. And I just want to point out that it's kind of creepy, actually, the way that it works out. It kind of gives weird lore implications. Very creepy. That. Is it this one that's unlocked now? I want to say so. Yep. Excellent. And I do believe I get off on the other side, right? Did I make it good? I did! Okay. Now out here is the dragon barracks. Well, not quite the barracks. This is more of the gauntlet. Usually I just attempt to run through a lot of this, and I may do that when I get to the knights. I don't really know yet. Depends on how deadly the knights appear to be to me. But those blue knights, man, those guys are not cool. Ow. Could you not please do that? Thank you. Ow. You know, kind of busy killing friends. Don't need you jumping in on that. Red eyes right there. See, a fun spell here to use is Rapport. And you pop that on those red-eyed blue knights. Jeez. It's so much fun to watch them just run and fight each other and such good stuff. You may stop to left his weapon. That's what I was gonna say. But definitely not. He's just gonna try to beat me down. Large Titanite shard. Yeah, I could totally need those right now. Ow. I have a far too reckless style of gameplay, I think. And that gets more punishing the later you are in this game, so. I mean, especially considering what I'm wearing. I mean, you know, it's no secret that this armor is not exactly the most protective and the most useful. Kind of hate to just get both of them. It's an opportunity while he was buffing to get a hit in. Ah. I was hoping it'd be enough. Oh, hi. Just gonna come down here and heal up. Ugh. Ugh. Oop, I don't know why I was locked onto you. Excuse me while I pick this up. Hey, I'm gonna grab that. Rather than take the chance of getting killed here, I'm gonna just throw those guys by. See if they follow me or not as well. Boink. Nope. Good deal. Waiting. Waiting is gonna be this one. Yay. Okay, cool. This is the bonfire for the Dragon Slayer armor. I'm trying to remember, I'm like, okay, I know this is a bonfire, I just don't know which one now. I'm gonna go ahead. Now I'm gonna go ahead and send this ladder, or this elevator up. Waiting, and elevator number 2. Hop on in this sucker. Hop on in, there we go. Not sure if I should tackle the boss with this health or not. This side, yep. And right here is Titanite Slab. Save 8. Don't think I can tackle Lothric and Lorian with 8. I'm just not quite that good. So I think it might be wise for me to run out. Go ahead and get healed up. Not to mention it's 8 plus like 10% less health or something like that. Although I wonder if... Oh, I'm already wearing the Ring of Steel Protection. Probably not that great for this fight, in all honesty, but... Yeah, well. Alright, so 14 flasks. Should have went back to Andre and just pushed it to 15. I'm not going to use that magic flask in the middle of battle anyway. Yeah, make it 14. That way I can say I did it hardcore. 1 flask down. Yeah, that's what the heroes do nowadays. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just making stuff up as I go. All right. Oh crap. Right back to thinking, yeah, here we go, and then just realized that I'm gonna be going right back down. Come on, back up, please. Stand right here. Come on, load up. Or not load up, but go up. Now we wait on elevator number 2. Hello, elevator number 2. Take me to the lords of the cinder and fire and brimstone and so many tears of anguish and crying in the corner. I have to admit, though, I know a lot of people struggle with this boss. I watched a few videos on people just having, you know, a terrible time with it. And I think I got that blue knight. Nope. Good. And everybody has, I think, one boss in this game that just absolutely murders them. And mine was the Nameless King. By the way, this... oh no, it's not yet. Because I haven't made it back to Firelink. Okay, well, probably ought to do that. So here's what we'll do, since it hasn't popped up yet. So we will head back to Firelink. Let me just double check and make sure. Well, that's odd, that's not popping up either. I am embered, right? I am embered. Interesting. Another one of the summon signs are popping up for me right now. That is extremely strange. Okay. Well, rather than risk wasting time and whatnot, I'm going to go ahead and use this to go to the shrine. Then we'll go back to the Dragon Slayer armor. From the Dragon Slayer armor, go back around to the elevator, which will lead us right back up to where we just were at, and hopefully these summons are... See, Orbeck should be gone now, which he is. That might be the trait to it right there, is just reloading, making sure he actually leaves. Travel to the armor. I've had a couple of problems with the Orbeck line as well, because it worked for me perfectly fine the first time through, and then with my Pyromancer going through, I think I missed giving him the scroll actually and didn't think about it until after I killed Lothric and Lorian. And so I was like, well, that kind of didn't work out the way I planned. You can still complete his line. The only difference is if you give him all of the scrolls prior to fighting them, then he becomes a summon for this fight. And then the other summon sign that should actually be right next to Lothric and Lorian is Sirris's. Alright, so now we're going to go right back over to where this is at. I think this is the wrong elevator, though, as far as which way it goes. Yep. I was thinking I died with the elevator, or I left with the elevator up. I should have just gone the elevator down, and then just on the way down, popped out. But that's all good. Step back on it. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and see if I can... Haha. Take that elevator. I slightly outsmarted you. There he is. And Orbeck of Vinheim. Which is also kind of neat, because if you do that, and you want to kill those blue knights, for instance, if you're wanting to farm sunlight metals, I do believe those guys will help you with that as well. And you can pull Orbeck in to give you a hand with it. I'm a big fan of using summons to help you out. Like, I just think it's a good idea. And for whatever reason, Sirris just does not want to pop up. Okay. So we're doing this with Orbeck.
Oh dear. Another dogged contender. Welcome, unkindled one, purloiner of cinders. Mind you, the mantle of Lord interests me none. The fire-linking curse, the legacy of lords, let it all fade into nothing. You've done quite enough. Now have your rest.
I did not buff going into this fight. Oh, where are you? There you are. Hi. Could you not do that, please? So I have time to click. Yeah, see, Orbeck just doesn't take a hit. Not that I'm tremendously better at taking hits, but I mean, Orbeck is kind of wearing paper armor, so. Oh god. I didn't even have to roll, I just stepped back a little bit. I have to lock onto this fight for sure, 'cause I just lose track so fast. Ow. Go ahead and heal up. Is he gonna make it a phase 2? Usually Orbeck doesn't even make it phase 2 for me. Alright. Faceplant. Right on the rug.
Oh, dear brother. I'm on my way. My brother. Unyielding sword of Lothric's prince. Rise if you would. For that is our curse.
Okay, now you get to see Orbeck just get smashed. Orbeck shouldn't make it through any of this. I didn't really know what was going to happen, so I shielded up. Oh, I don't like this. He's in a soul stream, and he's going to... Yep. Wow, Orbeck's still up. Impressive. Oh, there goes Orbeck. Whoa. Go ahead and top off, just to make sure. I know the general rule for this is don't swing unless you have a shot on both, but I'm like, nah, screw that. I don't mind killing Lorian down again. Work on Lothric after the fact. Ow. Well, I'm not gonna make it through this one, I don't think. Ooh, close. Ow. That was rude of you. Hey, hey, I was healing. Stop it. I jumped instead of rolling. I don't know where you're at. Okay. Oh, Jesus.
This spot marks our grave, but you may rest here too, if you like.
Okay, this time I'll do it without Orbeck. Because I think that little bit of boost that Orbeck gives is just, you know, for the bosses, is a little bit more than what I'm able to get past. And on top of that, I mean, the whole point of these summons in fights like these is either you want to glitch them so that they don't take damage, so that you can just, you know, cheese the fight, or you want to use them as a distraction while you just beat the ever-loving tar out of the boss. And Orbeck doesn't really serve as much of a distraction. And the reason I say that is just because there are moments and opportunities where he's going to allow you to get a couple of hits in, but he cannot take those hits himself. So the amount of time that he's alive compared to the amount of damage he deals and the amount of distraction he creates is not enough to balance out the fact that, honestly, just handling Lothric one-on-one and Lorian after the fact, or Lorian one-on-one and then Lothric after the fact, is just easier by yourself. So, yeah, just something to keep in mind if you go about this route. I usually don't ember until I get close to the door, just in case these guys jump me, so it's just an easy heal. Nope, okay. It's so weird that she's not there. Okay, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I have... I do. So the Estus ring on. I don't have a +1 version of that, do I? There is no +1 version of it, is there? Pretty certain there's no +1 version of that. No. Here. Wrong one. There we go. Eventually I'm going to hit the right ones here. 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 This. Let's start with this for the regen on the MP, just in case it plays a role in this. Ow. See, this is honestly the only part at which Orbeck is really good, is when you first enter, you can just run away long enough for him to come after Orbeck. I rolled. And it affords you the opportunity to do what you need to do right off the bat. But, yeah. If I die this time, I may swap out, try it again with him. See if it has good results, but, you know. We'll see. Hopefully that won't be necessary. I didn't mean to double tap that. Come on, swing. That was improper timing. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, come on. I despise the time it takes to heal and then try to roll. Rolls poke. Ha! Yeah, I saw this scene. Oh, come on. Wow. That was just a cluster. Oh, there's a critical of that. I was unaware of that. Oh, you're not down.
Dear brother.
Out of stamina, come on. I was trying to roll away at the last moment too to avoid that. Oh. Trying to take too many trades with this guy. Oh, could you not do that? Not gonna get him this time. I need to back off. Nope. Alright, gotta do it all in one shot here. Missed.
Mark
There we go.
my words, Ashen One. You remain among the accursed.
And just like that, they're down. Okay, so one thing I want to point out that I had brought up earlier was Gertrude inside the cage. The flowers around here are the feathers. If you notice, there are feathers everywhere in here. Like, I mean, just absolutely polluting this room with feathers. And the creepy thing is where Lothric came down from was up there, and that's a bed. At first, I wasn't sure what that was. I thought it was just like on a balcony. Then I realized it's a bedchamber. And Gertrude's feathers are all over the place. Kind of wondering what's going on there. And I remember seeing some stuff about, like, there were horrendous things done and they were trying to create certain people, and I don't know. It's a very uneasy thing. I'm not real happy about that myself. Anyhow, archives are done, so that's only going to leave two things we have to do. 2 videos left, really. Which is going to be, we're going to go to Archdragon Peak, and then we're going to go to the final boss of the game, Soul of Cinder. And at the Soul of Cinder part of the game is where the last 2 summons of the game will be. At Archdragon Peak, there's only going to be 1 summon, which I doubt I'm even going to need to use. I'll also go ahead and make a disclaimer that I don't know if I can handle the Nameless King in this playthrough, because he was my nemesis. He was the one boss that just drove me up the wall. So I don't really want to torture myself with it on this playthrough.
Ah, our lord and rightful liege, speak freely, thy lordship. Our lord and liege, I prithee, when the moment the aid of the god owl.
Same words she said before. Nothing of value here still.
Be safe,
Now mind you, Cornix is done, Carla is done, Arena's done, Sirris is done as well. However, I believe her questline glitched out here. Because she should be here, if I'm not mistaken. And she should say that her duty is done, and that she can now be with her grandfather or whatnot. Can I go through there now, please? Thank you. I guess just saying please was enough. Let's go around here and just see. Should be a dog. Yep. Yeah, I guess it did. That's unfortunate. She should have, I think the Sunlight Talisman and her armor set will be here, if I'm not mistaken. So that's great. On this playthrough, I had 2 NPC issues. So I feel completely bewildered by that. Mostly because of what this is supposed to be. So when Sirris' questline does work right, then I believe she reappears here on these stairs, tells she can do the grandfather thing, blah blah blah. You reload the area, go over to where Hawkwood left his shield, and there will be that stuff and all that jazz. So that's I believe that's the right area. Let me just double check and make sure I'm not just mistaken. Why is this here? I was just out there. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And just banging my head against the wall here. Ah. There we go. Okay. Just want to point out I could technically be wrong, and it could be another area over here, but I'm fairly certain that I'm not mistaken. This way. That would be, yeah, that'd be the upper area. That's not where it's going to be at. So, yeah, it's same portion of the shrine here, which is where Hawkwood had left it. I believe that it was sort of an homage to Hodrick when he left it. And then this is where Sirris' stuff will be. So, either that or it's here. One or the other. It's either there or here. I do believe it's over there, though, sort of where Hawkwood was kind of mourning and all his jazz, doing his little crestfallen stuff. So, since Sirris is done, though, I am going to go ahead, even though this video is running a little bit longer than I wanted it to. As you can see, Leonhard's still standing over there. And if Sirris is going to glitch out on me, then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I am going to go ahead and travel. Now, honestly, unless you're just wanting Sirris' armor and all, it has no bearing on anything else. The only thing you really have to worry about is getting the ring. And I believe you get the ring the second time you talk to her. The cat ring. And so, no big bearing there. Nothing that's really going to come back and get you. Come to think of it, I may have made a mistake in this. I'm not sure if I ever did Sirris, the second part of Sirris' questline. Huh. Talk. Offer a pale tongue? Not quite yet. Make sure he hasn't popped up here. Okay, he has not popped up over here, so we'll go back to Rosaria, and we will offer a pale tongue. Yes. And now you turn around, he just shows up. Just kind of walks in while you're doing that.
Ah, so you've chosen to serve Rosaria after all. She will be pleased with me for finding her another finger. But be warned, my friend. Rosaria's fingers need only fetch tongues for their mistress. Otherwise, we are free, unchained. Like Yellowfinger, you can choose to believe that all fingers share camaraderie. But do not force your romance upon the rest of us. Rosaria's fingers need only fetch tongues for their mistress. Otherwise, we are free. Unchained. You are free to believe that, but do not force.
So that's pretty much all you need to do there is talk to exhaust this dialogue. And then after that, you can do her quest line here. So I'm actually going to end this episode here. I'll pick his up before I do Archdragon Peak. The reason is because Archdragon Peak, being that optional area that it is, there really isn't a lot there. It has lore implications in other ways, but for quest lines, there's nothing that actually arcs off of Archdragon Peak. There's one summon there. Well, I will say there is one quest line that arches off of it. I can't say that there isn't any, but it being Hawkwood's, of course, but it doesn't have a lot to do with anything that's tied into these other summons or anything, and it's just that Hawkwood line. And so I kind of want to put his in here along with it. And that way there's that. And then, of course, the last episode's going to involve the third ending and Uria and all that. And I think it would just be a little bit better broken up that way. So that in this one there was Orbeck, and the next one you'll have this Rosaria one, and then a little bit of Hawkwood, and then the last one we will do, we'll probably finish Hawkwoods in the last episode, and then we'll do the final boss in the last episode, and show Yuri and all that. So, thanks guys for checking this out. If it helped you out, please hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you want to see more content coming up. We are almost done with Dark Souls, so we're about there with it, and then we'll see what comes up next. And also, if it helped you at all, just let me know. And if you'd like to co-op anytime, do let me know for that, and we can go do some co-op if you want any help with anything. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the last couple of episodes. Alright guys, bye-bye.